Yeah, I liked it a lot more than the older ones. Gameplay, story, everything else. I mean, I played Red Dead. I own it, but I didn't play it like a crazy ton. It was just very okay to me. But like everyone likes, you know, a different style of game, and I'm just saying, like, I was super impressed with God of War. At the very least, we need to start cranking out heroic. We need those shards. I'm hoping to be able to open like the first 5-star crystal. The sheer amount of detail. In no, like I'm not arguing with you at all because obviously you played it more than me, but like what specific detail wise are you talking about? Are you talking about like graphics or detail to like history or costumes? Or I guess outfits, because they're not really costumes. It's all, you know, it's all generated. Did you guys make sure to do the gold arena as well this week in MCOC? PlayStation's just had like a really kind of all-star generation, you know, with the PS4. It'll be interesting to see like how Xbox comes back from it, you know, going forward. 'Cause Xbox, they dropped the ball, man. They dropped the ball hard. I think what happened was they did so well with Xbox 360 that they probably got lazy, to be honest with you. Huh, I went to hit my special. Didn't work. Graphics and interaction with NPCs. You can pick a random box and spend an hour just watching them go around their life. No, I mean, it's not a bad game by any means. I probably need to play more into it, to be honest with you. There's a whole lot of games, though. There's a whole lot of games in front of it. Still need to play Code Vein. Not to mention finishing Death Stranding and Jedi. I don't know. I might be done with Death Stranding, to be honest with you. It felt kind of hollow. The game felt a little hollow. The story was good. The gameplay was hollow. After I killed my first BT, I didn't really care about them as much anymore. Even if I got caught by one, I feel like I could kill it pretty easily. I just didn't feel like I lost all of the fear, kind of, and that like lost the adrenaline. It became more of like a nuisance than like anything being scary about it. Yeah, Spider-Man was good also. Yeah, Spider-Man was really good. You know, it's funny. I played The Outer Worlds, obviously, KP, to completion on the channel. And I tried to be the good guy. And, like, the universe turned out worse for me being the good guy. It was kind of weird. It was really depressing, actually. No, I actually didn't finish Borderlands 3 either. Some of those games, man, are just like kind of long for how much time I have. So I guess I more so than anything else like tasted them on the channel. Borderlands was weird. It was really popular for like the 1 week, and then it just dropped. People were just done. Finished Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man was really good. It'll be nice if they continue it. They set it up for another one. They actually might do a like MCU in like for games though, where they have that same-ish city and the different games affect each other. It'd be cool to get like some Venom action in it. Aw, dude, you just brought up... I can't believe you brought up Maximum Carnage. Yeah, that was a really fun game. That would actually be a fun game to play on stream, and extremely frustrating. Because you could play like an hour plus into that game, and then suddenly die, and it's over. Tried out Borderlands 2. I really like it. It's fun, and I can't wait to start a new character on Vault Hunter mode to get legendaries. Wait, are you talking about Borderlands 3, or are you really meaning Borderlands 2? I mean, they're both good games. They're all good games. All this and more. I actually have been catching up on a lot of anime lately. I think I watched like 40 episodes of Black Clover before I got caught up on that. And then I watched like 20 or 30 episodes of One Piece. I remember putting so many hours into that game and still can't say I'm great at it. Yeah, I don't think I ever beat it. I almost beat, if you played that game, you must have played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. That was a really good game. You know, in the same play style as Spider-Man, and I think I got close to beating that one. It'd be kind of interesting to go through it now, you know, now as opposed to when I was younger. I feel like hopefully I'm slightly better at games than I was, you know, during the SNES age. That'd be pretty fun to go through, actually. Especially because, some of the emulators have a networking function where you can actually LAN, well, it's not LAN, but you can connect to another emulator elsewhere. It'd be kind of fun to like play it with, I don't know, play it with followers or whatever. You'd have to get it set up and everything, but it'd be a lot of fun. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Well, it's interesting, man. I think games were just harder. Like, they did not have as much forgiveness as they do now. Like, going back to NES even, NES is hard. It's got almost no buttons, but it's got games that'll like kick your ass. I think I go pretty much yearly through Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, though. That's pretty much a yearly go-through. And then, and speaking of, like, SNES, did you ever play Mario Legend of the Seven Stars? Such a good RPG. One of the top 10 RPGs of, like, all time. Oh, I had never beat Battletoads. I actually, so I work with, oh, you never played that? Oh my god. So the reason most people had never played it or heard of Mario Legend of the Seven Stars RPG is that it came out like, I think it came out like something like either a month before N64 came out, or it was like 2 months after N64 came out. It was like on that line. Same with Donkey Kong Country 3. That was another game that came out like at a really weird time. Dude, now I kind of want to show you that game. If for a SNES game, the graphics on that are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If it would have been released like a year earlier, it would be like probably considered one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I think it still technically is by a lot of lists, but more people would know about it. It probably would have been like one of the highest selling games of SNES, if not the top. But yeah, played pretty close to like a Final Fantasy game, just with like way better graphics than was available at the time. No, stop. There we go. Did you, when did you buy Borderlands 2, Banana? What's going on here? Put that lotion away. You can't tell me what to do, Droker. You and your Star Wars stream the other night, talking about Star Wars. So anyway, like I was saying, guys, the Grey Jedi are not real. It's kind of a fake thing. Fake news, Droker. Just kidding. I'm just messing with him. Oh, man. I don't understand. Like, so, I remember watching that video, Droker, the other night. That video that you put on where that guy was rambling about BS. Who was that guy? You said he was a voice actor. Who does he voice act for? Dude, you got the channel hooked. Somebody was like telling incorrect information in there. And they were saying that like the Jedi were stupid because there was only 2 Sith. And I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Jedi had nothing to do with there only being 2 Sith. It's not like the Jedi wiped out all of the Sith. That's not what happened. The Jedi had very little to do. Well, there is misinformation, but it's also super conflicted. It's super conflicted right now because of like the reset and how many different authors touch the books. I very much doubt that George Lucas actually was involved in the majority of the books. That's kind of why they got rid of the extended universe, which I was kind of pissed about in the beginning, and now it makes sense. I get it. All the books before a certain year don't count. They've had books since that do, but yeah, it wiped out a good like something like 30-35 years of books. Yeah. I actually had read till almost Luke Skywalker's death. Oh, I definitely did not read all of them. But that's pretty cool, Bands Off. There was like a bunch of side stories too, like the X-Wing stories and stuff like that. I didn't read any of that. I didn't read a lot of Clone Wars. Yeah, now they don't count. So they've reintroduced some of this stuff, like Thrawn. Thrawn is now canon, but he hasn't done much as far as canon culture. I started talking about Star Wars and half my viewers left. That's hilarious. Welcome back, Banana. Joker, weren't you streaming? I bet you if Joker's not streaming right now, he's still playing Pokemon. I guarantee you Joker is still playing Pokemon right now with that Gengar hat. You're playing with that Gengar hat, aren't you? I know you're wearing that Gengar hat right now. Put that whiskey down, Joker. Put that whiskey down. No more drunk Pokemons for you. So what are you doing in Pokemon now that you've beat it? There's like what do you do after you've beaten the game? Get up the Pokemon for a team. Nugget, are you playing Pokemon too? Is everybody in here playing Pokemon? Oh my gosh. Are you playing right now? Filling out the Pokedex, then shinies for breeding to Beetle Online. Wait, no, you're not playing? Oh, not playing it right now, but you did play it. Wait, are you actually shiny hunting, Joker? Are you a shiny hunter now? I heard word that Joker was gonna be a shiny hunter. That's some dedication, dude. I've seen shiny hunters go at it. Like 8 hours plus. I think the stoner means battle people online. Yeah, I know. I'm just reading it. I'm just reading it. I just want to open like the first official 5-star on this channel. That's like the goal right now. Yeah, well, I mean, dude, I've seen the shiny hunter that I watch on Twitch. He'll get like maybe 1 or 2 a stream, but it's like hundreds, and he's using like multiple. Yeah, it does take a long time. But this guy's like intense enough that he'll shiny hunt like 8 hours on a stream, and then he'll like get done with the stream and he'll just start shiny hunting some more on his own. So like, that guy has like a serious love for that. A-Train? And that's not the one I watch. Is he on Twitch? How many 5-star shards? I'm pretty close. I think I'm like 600 away. Let's see. For heroic, we can check real quick. Oh no, I'm farther away than I thought. Uh-oh. Oopsie. probably not getting a 5-star, actually. I thought I was way closer than I am. Well, we'll see how far we can get. He used to only shiny hunt all day, does like a 72-hour stream with 4 friends. That is just ridiculous. How do you even stay up for 72 hours? Do they like take turns? Is that what you mean? I've heard of that before, like a channel being owned by multiple people. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Okay. Or is it the same account, or do they have different accounts as far as like the Pokemon game? Are they all sharing one game? Oh, okay. I'd be like, I wouldn't want someone to shiny hunt on my game. I'm weirdly possessive, I guess, if that is strange. It just like, it wouldn't feel like an achievement if 4 people were on one account. Also, like, I mean, maybe they just do it for fun or something. Now, do they share a Twitch account? Okay, they share a Twitch account. That's still kind of odd to me. Unless I guess it was like with my wife or something. That's kind of neat. If like all the money went just to utilities, that's kind of an interesting concept. But what happens when they like move out and stuff? Like who keeps it in that kind of, you know, sense? I wonder. It's kind of an odd thought, you know? Like, I'm sure that'll be like a big old battle. I mean, depending on how fast I can knock this out, though, maybe I'll do some story on this as well. I probably should just start going through it and not trying to 100% it, because that's going to take significantly longer. Joker, did you catch all the legendaries as well already? I should be able to at least open up like 1 or 2 4-stars after this. See what luck has in store for us. I'll probably like dupe an Iron Man. That is my guess. I am going to dupe an Iron Man. I pulled Superior Iron Man and regular Iron Man one after another. I don't know if Joker is still here. I'm gonna take up Venom the Duck or Sparkles. Do you have Nick Fury? Is that a 5-star you're talking about? I assume you're talking about 5 stars, right? Are these 5 stars? I named the grass type Monkey Big Boy. Chose the grass type. Let's see. So, if you're doing chapter 6, you won't be able to use Nick Fury to help keep up Sparkle's meter. Venom the Duck is very tankish. You could start a match and end up at 100% like every time if you choose your buffs wisely. I feel like the majority of people would probably say Sparkles, but because you don't have Nick Fury, it kind of is harder to use her effectively. I'd probably say Venom the Duck, to be honest with you, but I guess it depends on what you're going for. If you had like a 5-star Nick Fury though, I think that would change the equation completely. That changed my equation completely. I need Nick, 5 or 6-star Nick would completely change my progression in the game. Like how I'm feeling about going for 6.3 and all that. Completely would change everything. I would start progressing. I would start pushing on progression so much. It's such a linchpin. He's so useful. If I'm back, welcome back, Joker. Joker, who did you choose as your starter? The chat is dying to know. I need 5-star Nick in my next 5-star. Oh, dude, don't even. Boomer Bunny? Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Joker, did you ever play Mario Legend of the Seven Stars RPG on SNES? He's no boomer. You did? It's such a good game. KP, are you still here? I don't think KP's here. I feel like KP abandoned me. KP never played it, but he'd played yeah, it's so good, especially for SNES. So good. Mobile, Dro, and Mo My Phone Knows Dro. I'm gonna name a Pokemon after Dro. Mark my words, I will find the perfect Pokemon to name Droker. Now I just need to find a 420 Pokemon. That looks like he's talking a lot of crap. We'll find one. We'll find one. Don't you worry. Can't be my starter though, because I don't want to be thinking of Droker every time I pull it out. Galarian, so Galarian Weezing, dude. That's one of the few new Pokemon I do know. The fact that he is a fairy makes me like so angry. So angry. Dude, I love Snorlax. Don't insult Snorlax by doing that. Stealing my emoji. How dare you, Banana Boy. What, pans off? Oof. Joker, how is your fund going for your special stream? Are you reaching new heights? Dude, Snorlax is awesome. Going well, but I messed up by not putting an end date on it. Dude, I feel like it would have succeeded faster if you would have put an end date on it, to be honest with you. So what are you gonna do now, though? Are you actually gonna keep streaming Pokemon? Like, what's the plan for your channel? Someone on Twitter today posted, instead of paying $200 a month on cable, buy a plane ticket. Go see what you're watching. Top comment was, what plane goes to Bikini Bottom? His flight, Malaysia flight 370. Oh. Oh, my heart hurts. Raids with chat, shiny hunting, and MCOC. Joker, I don't even know who you are now. Don't even know. Oh my god. Wow. I wonder how many people got that. It actually took me a second. No, that's like exactly me and my wife's sense of humor. I think Joker just got it. So are you guys gonna hit up the Black Friday deals on MCOC? I feel a little tapped out. I feel slightly tapped out with it. You would think they would be good, right? You would think. Super curious. Very, very curious, though, on what they're gonna be. I mean, hey, Nugget, if worst case scenario, you could always go back to that vision and pay $1,000. Until the 4th, what? Until July 4th? Is that what you're meaning? God, that's a long time to save. Woof! You have, like, way more patience than I do, that's for sure. Way more patience. like, I'm gonna try and get calves right now. I'm on 6.1.4, and Thing is pissing you off. I'm trying to remember the Thing fight. Oh, I don't think I did the Thing fight. I don't think I went that far. I think I just did 6.1. Have to take a look at it. I'm like spacing hard on that. Who are you trying to use on him? I feel like I'm burning through energy right now. Are you talking about the plane? Fans off? Here joke or here Nugget is he put a joke out, not knowing Panzoff would do his research. Let's see. It is the fact that he will SP1 before 15 or won't fire it off and goes unblockable. He goes unstoppable as well, right? Would you be able to use like Captain America Infinity War on him? You worked for the newspaper? Wow. Dude, that's rough. Yep, don't like that. Way to be a bummer, Panzoff. Just kidding. Okay. Interesting. I kind of want to fight Thing now. I mean, not that I would probably do much better. In other news? Joker, are you still here? I just remembered something I needed to tell Joker. I found I can do story now and variant. Which variant? Joker, have you read the Bat? Have you read the Batman Who Laughs? I feel like you're missing out, man. They're now doing the Justice League Who Laughs. They're going like way overboard with this kind of thing. Yeah, the Metalverse. My favorite new heroes, Sideways? Sideways. That doesn't ring a bell. Is Sideways actually new, or is he just like a changed hero? New to DC, spawned into Metalverse. It spawned hero new to DC. Interesting. Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell. I haven't continued with the newer Metalverse stories. I just read the first, kind of the first one with just Batman. There's this really good kind of recurring story right now about how Batman is like the worst hero. And I actually kind of like it. Like, I like Batman. I like Batman a lot. I think he's way more interesting than Superman. But it's kind of like he's never done anything that actually benefits Gotham. Like, he's actually made Gotham worse than before he got there. He's basically Nightcrawler meets Spider-Man. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. That's something that I have not taken a look at very much. Like, you think about it though, with Bruce Wayne, before Gotham was a place full of criminals, and things were really crappy. But when Batman gets there, yeah, he put a couple criminals behind bars and beat up another couple, right? But then supervillains start showing up. There weren't supervillains before Batman got there. It's kind of like Batman caused everything to just get worse. Well, they've also done a universe, Joker, where Batman gets replaced by... Who does he get replaced by? He kills... No. Who does he get replaced by? They end up taking up his mantle, and he's nothing but a head. And he's kept alive. Well, he isn't nothing but a head to begin with. Every year, the person who defeated Batman cuts off a part of Bruce Wayne's body, and by the time he gets, like, rescued, he's just a head. I'm trying to remember who beat him in this alternate universe. Anyway, I can't remember. Is it? Oh, that sounds super familiar. Azrael. I think that is right. I can't remember who Azrael is, though. I'm trying to remember, like, maybe that's all it was to it, is it's Azrael. That sounds right. I actually like that line, although Batman goes psycho and just, like, ends up killing everybody. But yeah, that's right. Daddy issues. Yeah. How have you read that, Joker? But you haven't done the Metalverse. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah. Yep. You are correct. Villain logic. Pans off. Villain logic? What do you mean villain logic? You know what's funny? The worst universes, though, from what I see, are when there's not a Flash. Which I think that's kind of funny. Because Thug kills Bruce's parents, effect super villainies up here. What about Joe Chill? How Batman made Gotham where it sounds like a penguin speech. I mean, it but like realistically, think about long term. How did Batman make Gotham better? Like, for real though. Like, I love Batman. Like, he's one of my absolute favorite heroes. Some of the best DC comics are for sure Batman comics. I don't want him to go away, but Batman is probably the worst hero. Everything is just worse because he's there. Probably would have happened anyways. Superman is in the same universe. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, what would have happened anyway? I probably went on a rant too long and lost where that was. Flash and Batman have to exist for the DC multiverse to hold together. Pretty much, though. It's true. What was it? What was it? I only remember the ending to this one comic, and I can't remember the main plot. It was like somebody got a bunch of villains together, attacked the Justice League, almost succeeded. The guy walks off into the sunset and like gets away, and then he's ambushed by the Joker and killed. And it's just like, yeah, the Joker's killing you because he wasn't invited to the party. I just remember the punchline. That's the best version of the city they can get without Batman. Earth 1, go boom. Earth, without Batman, Earth 1, go boom. Earth 1, Batman. I thought, isn't Earth 1 Batman the Golden Age? Isn't that Golden Age Batman? Or is that Earth 2? One of the Earths is the Golden Age heroes, and I'm trying to remember if it was Earth 1 or Earth 2. I think it's Earth 2 is what I'm thinking of. Read a lot about Superboy Prime recently. I don't really get his like whole motive, to be honest with you, overall. But what about Superman has brought another bunch of Kryptonians, which kills tons of people. Superman and Injustice Dictator while Batman is saving the planet. Oh yeah, dude, Injustice is so good. Injustice is probably one of my favorite, absolute favorite comics of DC. It's so incredibly good. You can't, so it, I see, so it's one of the few comics where I actually like Superman is when he's that dictator Superman. Because I kind of side with Superman. If Batman had done what needed to be done, none of it would have happened. Which is kind of weird coming from the Boy Scout, right? But, I mean, the Joker did trick Superman into killing, you know, Lois Lane. Like, I hope they keep making those video games, because as far as like storyline goes, Injustice lasts so much further than those games. Earth 2 is. Apparently Supergirl is full villain now. Oh, you're talking about the Supergirl who laughs? I saw the comic, but I haven't read it yet, because, again, I didn't read any of the story after the main. So they had the main branch of the Dark Metalverse. Then they had one story after it where it was kind of the origin of the Batman Who Laughs, more so than it was in the initial comic. And then Commissioner Gordon gets infected at the end of that one-off. And it's kind of like, uh-oh, what's going to happen next? Commissioner Gordon is now infected with the serum. And that's where I stopped. And then they did something else, and then they did the Justice League Who Laughs, and now they're on Supergirl, I believe. I sound like Joker? Wahaha! Why, thank you. Joker's really cool, dude. Joker is an amazing villain. He really is. Especially in the Dark Metalverse. Saying kill me or else? I never said kill me or else. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh yeah, I definitely like Dictator Superman. I think Superman is boring, to be honest with you. He's too powerful, and he's just a giant plot device. He's as strong as he needs to be. Like, he goes anywhere from having trouble to lift a plane to bench pressing the earth for like 72 hours straight to going fast enough on his own, mind you, to break through not one barrier wall in the multiverse, but like hundreds of them. He's just like stupid powerful, and he's just not very interesting. To me, he's just boring. And it's kind of like you always know the punchline. The punchline is going to be something to do with kryptonite. He's just a boring hero. Uh-oh. Why would it work for like over an hour and then just stop? Now, so as far as I'm aware, unless he's done it since that one comic line, no, he is not. He doesn't have access to the Speed Force. He can't even access it. Now, Batman, on the other hand, Joker, did. And that's how you had Red Death, I think it was Red Death. You had Red Death Batman. He ties the Flash to the Batmobile and just drives and breaks through the Speed Force and merges with, I think it's Wally West. There's so many speedsters. There's so many of them. But no, I don't think he's ever, as far as I'm aware, I don't think he's ever seen that. Did you see the Bat God suit? Are you talking about the white suit that's made of like the top level of the nth metal? It's not nth metal because nth metal is 8, but like it's the metal above that. I heard you talking about on your stream as well a while back. I think I know what you're talking about with the World Forger and all that. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, it's the 10th metal. Yeah, I think it's the 10th metal. No signal? How is that even possible? What do you mean no signal? I don't get how this could stream for an hour and a half and then say, whoopsie. Too OP. Dude, he can create like his own universe essentially. It's like beyond OP. It was a weird way for that to end. It was a very weird way for that story to end. Because it wasn't just him, it was also Wonder Woman and Superman, right? Because Superman needs more power. I do, however, like seeing all of the other iterations of Batman. I think that was just so incredibly cool. Batman has D. Turns him into Franklin Richards. I mean, pretty much. Essentially. Batman has most OP thing ever, plot armor. The suit is weak. It's never really been, though, about how, like, actually good most of his gadgets are. It's kind of like a lot of it's his brain. still need to go back though and read when Batman gets hit by the what is it called? The Omega. It's something. The Omega. It's from Darkseid, not his Omega beams, but it's called something else at that point, and he gets sent through time. It's kind of like the precursor to the Dark Metal. So one thing though, I gotta say, guys, I enjoy both comics, like both of the main comics. I enjoy Marvel and DC. They both have really, really great comics. I mean, they both have really bad comics. I don't necessarily like one more than the other. If I had to say one, I would say Marvel, but DC just has so much good stuff as well. The one major detractor that I have with DC, this is the thing that puts Marvel ahead of DC in my mind. And some people may think that that's such a stupid thing. It doesn't make much sense. It's not a good enough reason. But this is my thing. If you've read enough comics and know enough backstory about the entire universe. No, I think it was called the Omega Sanction, actually. The cosmic landscape of Marvel, in that the cosmic entities that make up the fabric of the universe and how they operate, whether it's like the Living Tribunal, Infinity, Eternity, Death, even such going even lower to like the Norse gods, or going a little bit higher and talking about Galactus, and like how they all operate, it's so much more fleshed out than DC. DC doesn't have all of those levels. They just essentially have the Anti-Monitor, the Monitor, the World Forger, and there's like one other. There's like one other thing. But it's not as fleshed out, and it doesn't feel as vivid. The universe of DC doesn't feel as vivid. DC is just getting that true. They're a new one. Anyway, going back, Batman. I mean, to be fair, the plot armor excuse could literally go for any character. Yeah, I mean, everybody's had plot. You know, everyone's had plot. Godsuit is weak compared to plot armor. Omega Port. Yeah, it was Omega Sanction I was trying to think of. Are you talking about there's like a new god Joker? It feels so much more fleshed out when it comes to Marvel. Oh, yeah, I mean the one above all as well. Yep, one above all. The multiverse feels more fleshed out. They have like the Beyond verse. But again, like DC has really, really, really good comics. It doesn't mean to say that I hate one, because I obviously don't. I'm a big time DC lover. There's a lot of good DC stories. I'm just saying the cosmic landscape is not there. So it makes it feel like when they go into space and whatnot, it feels more hollow. That's just my thing there. Yeah, if they could do that, Troker, if they could really flesh out the cosmic landscape, that could definitely turn the tide in my mind. Because it's kind of like when you go out into space with DC, I don't know, it kind of feels... Wait, what? Did I already do this one? Oh, maybe. I'm not sure what you mean by the sixth dimension, Banana Boy. In DC, the sixth dimension? The Beyondre are really powerful? I actually don't know who you're talking about. Oh, the Beyonders. Yeah, the Beyonders are really fun. I like the original Beyonder, but yeah, the Beyonders are stupid powerful. I mean, they killed the Living Tribunal at one point. Although I feel like people are starting to kill the Living Tribunal more and more often, which is making me a little worried about, I don't know, about it not being as big of a deal anymore. Woo! 6.1.4 done. No revives? Wow. How many times did you have to do that, dude? All the people to hold Thor's hammer, go. All the people. Oh, what, me? Name everyone who's held his hammer? Oh my god, I definitely don't know all of them. I mean, gosh, you put me on the spot, so now my brain is completely empty. I mean, obviously Captain America. Thor did it in space. But I don't know if that counts or not. Beta Ray Bill. Jane Foster. Odin. Did I say Captain America already? I mean, that one's obvious now that the movies are out. There was a funny thing where I think it was Thanos. He couldn't pick up Thor's hammer, so he hit Thor into his own hammer. That doesn't really count, but it's kind of a funny mention. I know more people have done it. Nugget, lay some knowledge on me, man. I know there's plenty more. Do you remember Doctor Doom being thrown into the past, getting more powerful and killing his master? Yeah, you're talking about, one sec. You're talking about, something death. What is his name? Something death. What is his name? I talked about it on the stream like 2 weeks ago. Living death? That's not it. Something MS. Something of death. Macabre of death? What was that guy's name? Something of death. Wow, what is his name? Something of death. Something death. Oh, I didn't read it. I did not read it. I swear on my life, I just remembered it. The Marquis of Death. That's what it is. I knew it was something with an M in death. Anyway, no one will probably believe me, but I did not actually. I almost looked it up. I didn't actually. It's fine if no one believes me, but yeah, Marquis of Death. That's who it was. Let's see. Yeah, that's who you're talking about, though, Banana Boy. Yeah, that's a really good one. Beta Ray Bill, Jane, Cap, Ragnarok. Really? Wonder Woman, Superman. That must have been like a what if kind of thing. Hulk did it in space. Awesome Android. Magneto. Didn't Magneto do it with his powers though? Loki did? Wait, I remember. Okay, so if you're talking about the spot that I actually think you're talking about, there's a point in time where I'm trying to remember why the reasoning was, but Loki meets himself as like his like supreme version. He gets like pulled out of a portal, and this Loki has like all of the Infinity Gems and Mjolnir, I think, on his waist. I think that's what they're talking about. I think that's what he's talking about.